Hello, my name is Darren Woodfork. I'm an attorney here in Scottsdale, Arizona. And today I want to talk about one of the biggest misconceptions when it comes to personal injury law and injury cases. And it reminds me because I think I just talked about one of the biggest misconceptions in DUI law here in Arizona. And I'll put the card up here about that case. But today I want to talk about when you're dealing with car accident cases. And right now we have a case where we have an Amazon delivery driver ran into the back of our client, and there's pretty bad injuries. And so now we're in a situation where we have to sue basically Amazon or a big corporation. And so I want to talk about the biggest misconception, and that is that they will pay you to go away. Clearly Amazon is not paying us to go away. We're in the middle of litigation, and none of the cases I've ever had against Amazon or Walmart or Target or different companies here in small companies here in Arizona. None of those lawsuits, they just paid you to go away. They litigated it for months and sometimes years. But if you have a case where you've been involved in a car accident case, please contact my law firm at 602-284-3035 or shoot me an email at derronw@msn.com, and I'll put that all up in the card in the description also. But please get in touch if you've been involved, like I said, any car accident with a company or a slip and fall at any store or anything like that, we can help you. But I will say this, that whenever I'm dealing with a lawsuit against a company, again, they're not going to pay you to go away, and the lawsuit itself is hard because they have so much money to throw at the lawsuit. They have lawyers that they're paying $800 an hour. They have so many resources to go against you and the victim of the accident that they will fight you tooth and nail over everything in the litigation. And that's even if you have a dead bang winner case. I remember when in this Amazon case that we're dealing with now, it's a dead bang, there's no real chance that we're going to lose just because it's a rear end collision and we're going to win eventually. Just like all the other cases I had where I knew we were going to win, but the company would not settle. They just fight you and fight you and fight you and fight you. Eventually they do settle, but that's after lots of discovery, litigation, depositions, that's everything. And so they make you work for it, I guess, is kind of the bottom line. The ironic, easy thing, though, about suing a corporation is that it's easy to get started. I mean, once you sue a corporation, it's really easy to serve them with the lawsuit, hand them the lawsuit essentially, because every corporation in Arizona, I guess every state in the country, they have to have what's called a statutory agent. The statutory agent is a person designated to accept service for every corporation that's registered in the state. And so it's so easy just to send your process server down there to give it to the statutory agent when you're suing a company. Again, in that contrast with trying to sue an individual, because if it's just two regular people, in a car accident on the freeway, even though you're going after the insurance company for the guy who hit you, when you start the lawsuit, you have to serve the actual driver of the accident. And sometimes that's super hard. Sometimes the people move, sometimes they avoid service, sometimes you have to send a process server out there many times. Sometimes you have to publish service in the newspaper. Serving individual people are hard sometimes. But when you're suing a corporation, you just give it to the statutory agent, and it's super easy to get started. So I think that's the easiest thing. I mean, that's what I like about dealing with corporation. But like I said before, they will make you work for it to get a settlement. And it's the same settlement that they should have given you, in the very beginning, they'll give you at the end after the depositions, sometimes before summary judgment, sometimes after summary judgment. But I just remember, like I said, at least the case I had against Walmart back maybe 10, 15 years ago, I had probably 10 banker boxes of stuff in my office, of papers in my office. It was just crazy. Now everything's kind of on a computer, thank God. But I remember back then it was just funny how I just get all these things. And again, it's for a dead bang winner case, but they still made me work for it. So anyways, That's so the point of this whole video is that if you're involved with a corporation and they've harmed you, they're not, for the most part, they're not going to just pay you to go away. Essentially, that's not my experience. I mean, but like I said, you'll win eventually, but they make you work for it. So anyways, hope that helps. Again, if you're involved in an accident here in Arizona, please feel free to reach out to my law firm. Number here is 602-284-3035. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe. Thanks.